Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ranch Talk right here on our Wyoming Life. I'm Mike.
I'm Erin.
And hopefully you guys can hear us okay. I did have to actually wipe the computer that we usually do this with, so hopefully you guys can hear us, everything's working, and I made it work. So Andrew, I hope all is well too, man. Everybody seems to be hearing us okay. So anyway, this is the first live stream we've done since Bull Penis Gate.
Is that what we're calling it?
I don't know what to call it. I don't know. Apparently you cannot show that.
Well, there's lots of channels that do show that.
There is, but you can show it. You just can't, do anything with it. But anyway, that's all water underneath the bridge. I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. We have, I don't know how many are here. Let's take a look. We have not very many yet. People still rolling in, or my little counters behind one or the other. But I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Of course, our moderators are here with us. We've got Matt and Ron is here. Blake is here as well. So thanks to you guys for coming out and keeping us all in line, us included, because they text me and they're like, hey, knock this stuff off.
Matt's going to start a hashtag. Awesome.
All right, so we got some cool stuff coming up tonight. I kind of want to get the whole thing started off with a brand new segment that we're going to start here on our live streams, and that is going to be video questions. One of the things that I found out and totally forgot about was, there's a text right there, I bet you it's Matt. Nope. So a long time ago when YouTube first started, you used to be able to leave video replies to people's videos, and then they could approve them, and then they could do whatever they wanted to with them. So instead of just leaving comments, you could leave video replies. I thought that was a good idea. I kind of like that idea. It gives a face to everybody and gives us all a chance to do it. We've kind of announced it here and there. We announced it in the herd report that we were going to start doing it, but what I did was I put out some feelers to some folks that I know in YouTube. They're used to being on camera, and they can show you how easy it is. So we're going to get started with our very first, what are we calling it? Video questions?
That's what you named it.
Video question!
Our first question tonight comes from Andy, who has a channel that is called Boatworks Today.
Yeah, don't mess up their channel names.
Has nothing to do with ranching, but Andy has been around for a long time and watching our channel. So let's go and check out his question.
We're gonna try it one more time. You ready? Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for asking us to participate in this. So this past weekend we binged watched quite a few of your videos, and I'm not gonna say which ones because there was one. Remember the dancing cows? Anyways, so she had a bunch of questions. This is my daughter Aubrey, and basically what it all boiled down to was that she noticed that you have quite a few animals on your ranch. You've got some cows and some, what else has he got?
Chickens, geese, peg leg.
Peg leg. She had a lot of questions about peg leg. So the overall question that we had for you is, what other animals have you had? Which one was your favorite and why? Does that sound about right? Yeah. All right, sounds good.
Where's Tiger?
All right, just gotta go find her kitty. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Aubrey. That was they're on Boatworks Today. Andy actually does a bunch. He rebuilds sailboats. He's actually in Wisconsin on Lake Superior and has a pretty cool channel if you want to check it out if you're into that type of thing.
Yeah.
We can't actually hear it when it's playing, so I have a handy dandy little cheat sheet here.
Obviously watched them, but we can't hear them.
If we had headphones, we probably could. First, I thought the peg leg thing was funny. The peacock is doing great, and I think that the peacock ranks right up there in the top of all the animals on the ranch, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's been through hell and back, and he's still here.
He's still here every day. He's still here. There's been some animals that have come and gone that actually really touched us too. One cow that we had when we first came here was Kirby, and Kirby was a bottle calf. I don't have a picture of her, else, well, actually I do, but I didn't get it ready. Kirby was a bottle calf. Her mom died during
Your
birth.
ice clinked or
Oh,
something.
okay.
I think she prolapsed. It was way before we came to
Right,
visit.
yeah. Kirby was pretty old when we got here, but Kirby was one of those cows that was like a dog.
She was like Bambi a lot.
She would follow you anywhere, and she was she was a good mom, but she was very forgetful. She'd forget where she left her calf all the time, so we would actually catch her. She would come to the gate and stand and wait for us to go and help find her calf, which happened at least like
All the
once
time.
a week. So
We had a duck too that had a Peking duck. Do you remember the duck?
oh, the Peking duck that lived in our bathtub for a little while.
He sprained a leg or something, and so he lived in our bathroom for, I think it was a girl actually. She lived in our bathroom for like a month.
Yeah.
Until she could go back out and walk. And
She
stuff.
went to the vet. We had to carry her
She
into
went
the
to the
vet.
vet.
And you walk into a vet's office where there's a bunch of dogs around with a duck, and all hell breaks loose, let me tell you. All right, let's take another one.
Hi, I'm Blake, and for those of you that don't know me, I have a small ranching operation here in southeastern Wyoming. Because it is a small operation and just starting out, we're running on several different properties spread around. And it could be anything from our hay fields that are within kind of a 10-mile area to our summer pasture, which is 60 miles west of me, and our winter pasture, which is 60 miles east of me. So we spend a lot of time doing transportation, whether it's moving livestock, moving hay, or moving equipment, and that transportation is a serious efficiency loss and costs a ton of money. Since you guys have the ranch all on one property there, what would you say your biggest efficiency loss is, and what, if anything, could be done to improve that? Hey, Mike just gave me permission to introduce myself.
I don't know, Erin's trying to whisper to me through the whole thing.
We're sitting there like, you can't, the mic is still on, so we have to whisper while you guys are listening.
Okay.
Thanks, Blake, for the question.
The biggest efficiency loss for us, Blake, is probably time more than anything. There's not enough hours in the day. And having 3 kids,
the
kids are, you love the kids to death, but they do take a lot of time just running around.
Yeah, so the kids are a big efficiency loss. I mean, we had ranches, Gilbert had ranches spread out throughout the county, and we consolidated into one so that it was easier and we didn't have that driving time. Because, like, when you were haying, it was 2 hours of drive time a day, every day. Like, it was, it was tough. So our kids, trying to potty train Lincoln right now, that's a huge time efficiency loss. And then sometimes I think like our biggest problem is just like we're going in opposite directions, and like you need 2 people sometimes to do stuff, but it's like if I go help you, the gardens aren't being taken care of, and if you help me, the cows aren't being taken care of.
Right.
We need somebody.
We need to clone ourselves is what we need to do. All right, let's take another one.
Hey, Mike and Erin, how you doing? It's Ryan here from Humphrey Family Homestead here in our new home in Kroll, Texas. One question I have, because I have kids that are at the age now where they can start helping around with the animals and cleaning and collecting eggs and maybe picking vegetables and stuff like that. How do you get the kids involved? What's some good tips and tricks you might have for motivating the kids and actually getting them to want to help? Because right now it's like, okay. So, what do you suggest? See ya.
Thanks, Ryan. That's Ryan from Humphrey Family Holsteins, which actually just became Humphrey Family Homesteads.
You did it wrong.
They were ranching. It turns out that it was just too expensive. They ended up having to sell the ranch, and they moved into town. But he's going to keep the channel going and be able to do some homesteading stuff. So when it comes to kids, for us, there's always the money factor. You can always give them. We go all the way down to like a dime.
They get.
There's sometimes they get a dime for doing something. I dig stuff out of the couch and give it to them. I find toys that they've thought they lost, and I'll be like, I'll hook you up with this. It's kind of a trick. I mean,
we have to make it fun. They think the chickens are fun. Getting eggs is fun. The little egg scrubber is
fun to use. Yeah.
They don't help me much in the gardens. I did get them to pull some weeds last week.
Did you really? Did they pull any plants or just weeds?
Yeah, we pulled some plants too. I dig potatoes, and they like to throw them in the bucket. They helped me plant seeds. I don't know. They like the dirt. Kenzie does, depending on her
Kenzie
mood.
doesn't like to get dirty.
Depending on her mood. So I think it's just about making fun. And yeah, we do, like, we have a chore chart in the house, and like we give them like a quarter or a dime or something.
Or something
and
like that.
Every week they get about $2. So.
It's highway robbery and it's child labor, but hey.
No, and when they get older, like, there's not going to be a choice. They're just going to have to do it. Sorry.
Hey Mike, this is Josh, Stony Ridge Farmer, out here in North Carolina. Hey, on our vlog, I do a lot of work on vehicles, and I do a lot of work on tractors and stuff like that, and we also do a whole lot of farm work. We're on a 200-acre farm out here in North Carolina. What a beautiful, beautiful place. My question to you is, when I'm working on a tractor or a truck or doing farm work, a lot of times I get great advice from people, and I can't take it because I've already done what they're telling me to do. So what is it that you do? Do you write that advice down so that you have it for next time? What is it that you do? And sometimes I get not so good advice and people get mad at me for not doing it. How do you handle that kind of thing, buddy? All right? Woo!
Thanks, Josh. You know, I honestly didn't expect, I asked 4 people to do this, and all 4 of them did it. I thought for sure somebody would say that they weren't going to do it. So I apologize for having 4 of them, but that's it. That's the end of our video questions. As for Josh, you know, we get a ton of, you know, how do you got, you know, you should do this.
Crash.
I'm sure that was a cat. We get a lot of comments, you know, you guys need to do this, you need to do that.
Oh, someone's here.
Someone's here. Sometimes it's pretty difficult to, you know people are trying to help, and that's kind of the tough part sometimes. So you got to be able to take that help without letting it hurt your ego at times, because you know you do put a lot of work into some of the things you do, and you have to just be able to take that, you know, constructive criticism, and it's horribly hard to do sometimes, but you have to be able to do it. You can write it down. I get a lot of comments, you know, that just like you said. People have already done it. I'm done with it. We're moving on. But it does happen again, whatever it may be. The rake is a good example that we're going to actually work on it this winter. This time, this breakage, we just kind of got through it. And now we're going to work on it and see what we can do over the winter and beef it up and make it even stronger so it doesn't happen again. So thanks, Josh. I do appreciate it. And thanks to everybody who threw in their video questions there. I'm not sure who Erin's talking to, but somebody is at the front door or the back door. And we're going to hang out here for a little bit longer. Let's go back and get some questions. I'm sure that I've seen some come through. I did see Wes, One Lonely Farmer, is here. Thank you, Wes, for coming out. If it comes down to those rakes, I've got a ton of questions for you about those rakes, man. Also, of course, Josh hanging out with us here, so be sure to say hi to him while he's here. Let's take a look at a couple questions as I roll on back here. I got to go back and catch up with some super chats as well. From Zohort I, there's 20 bucks. Wow, thank you very much. I hope that baling goes well. Baling has been going well, except for I did have I ran out of net wrap, and I put a new roll of net wrap in, and it seems like every time you put a new roll in, that's when you're going to have problems. And I think the very first bale that I made with that new roll, I think I wrapped it about 50 times before I realized that I needed to shut the darn thing off and figure out what was wrong with it. It has a cutter across it. Basically, the cutter didn't cut, and it just kept on wrapping. But I got that problem fixed. Tyler, thank you for $25 super chat. No question, but I hope you're having a good day. We're having a great day, man. It's been a busy day, but I got out this morning. I did some cutting. I did a bunch of raking today. Tomorrow morning I'll be back to baling, and we just keep on rolling right along. So that's awesome. Thank you, Tyler. Also from Max L, hi Mike and Erin, you guys are a real inspiration. I enjoy all your videos. I'm a city guy, and these videos really help me escape the ordinary. Looking forward to every one of your videos. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Max. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's just the outpouring of support that's come over the last couple weeks has been crazy.
Yeah.
When we put out the video talking about, hey, obviously we weren't asking for anybody to pitch in. I mean, I said during the video that you guys do enough just watching the videos, watching the ads, whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. And this kind of stuff just blows me away. We're going to actually come back around to this topic, though, towards the end of the live stream. And I have a special thank you for you guys as we come around to that. And that'll be part of our tonight's mail call. Who was at the door?
Marvin, the UPS guy.
Marvin, the UPS. You should have had him come in.
He's like, I was like, we're live streaming. I'm trying to whisper. And he's like, what do you mean you're live streaming? I'm
What
like,
is that?
On YouTube. He's like, well, what are you doing? I was like, live streaming. What are you talking about?
Did he bring anything good?
Yeah, well, pans for farmer's market.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he didn't bring toilet paper. Thanks, Josh, for a $2 super chat. You guys,
Thank you.
It's cool that we have all you guys here because, you know, we've talked about doing collaborations with people before. I never would have thought it would have been over live stream, but
It's cool.
it's cool that the whole, you know, the communities come together. But we'll get into all that later because I have a whole thought process on that. So
Jeanette, our UPS guy is named Marvin, and he's also great.
Marvin is cool.
Yeah.
And he brings us toilet paper.
Yes.
$2 from Mason. Thanks, Mason. I'm gonna jump in here and answer a couple other questions. Mike, your audio is coming through, but no video feed. What? There was no video? What gives with that, man?
What video?
I don't know. I hope we have video.
Can you guys see us?
Now I feel bad. I thought the video chat thing didn't make any sense then if it was just audio.
No. What can they see?
I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch it when we come back. Logan, thanks. Give Erin your hat. Erin can wear my hat.
I have a messy bun in. It's not gonna fit. Cause see, I got this hair right here. I'm gonna have to sit like this.
That's not going to work for you?
Sorry, it doesn't fit when you have a big messy ponytail.
We got to
right
get you a
here.
bigger hat. Like a big giant. I got a sombrero down in the shop we could bring
That's
in for
gross. Do not put that on my head. The girls had lice last year. So I'm super paranoid about dirty hats. You see at Walmart, have you seen them ever? They have like these big like head things, like I don't know, like at Christmas time they had like they're like stuffed animals, but you put them on your head, and like people walk around. Yeah, people walk around at Walmart with them on. I'm like, that's so freaking gross, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you guys for all the super chats.
Yeah, this is crazy,
Holy
guys.
cow.
You guys are doing great. So somebody asked, when did you start ranching? We actually there's a playlist that's called before you.
Guys.
I just lost my train of thought. There's a live. I'm gone. That blew
There's
me
a
away.
video called Our Story. It was
Yeah,
our
there you
second
go.
video that we put up. You need to scroll up because we missed super chats.
Okay.
You guys, this is
Stony Ridge.
Thank you, Josh.
Josh is.
No, did you get Tammy?
Oh, and Tammy, giving a happy birthday to Grace. Tomorrow is Grace's birthday. I kind of wanted to have her in the live stream, but she wouldn't do it. She's very shy right now. She's in that shy stage.
It's gonna change when she goes to kindergarten.
Yeah, it will very much.
Thank you, Tammy. We'll get her some ice cream. Did you get all of them?
I don't know.
Did you get
Yep.
Logan's?
That's give Erin your hat. So
Oh, yeah.
we're trying to keep up, guys.
Guys,
and
this
just
is
bear with us.
insane.
You guys are
Thank
going
you.
crazy.
You missed one. Rick, $200.
Rick, $200 from Rick. Wow.
That's.
You guys are.
Thank you. That's incredible.
That's insane.
One Ford Tractor Man. Love the videos. Always man. Same to you, Stony Ridge Farmer. Love his music too. Question for Mike. What's your favorite and least thing about the Bobcat?
My favorite and my least favorite. I'll start with my least favorite thing about the Bobcat is the fact that they're actually the same damn thing. They're the same thing. My favorite thing about the Bobcat is it has a door because our old Bobcat didn't have a door. My least favorite thing about the Bobcat is that it has a damn door. If you have the arms up at all, you can't get out of the thing, and it's probably a safety feature. I realize that, but there are times that you've got your forks up in the air, or you got something up in the air, and you need to get out. Happens all the time.
You can't crawl over the forks or the bucket.
You can't open the door. The door hits the arms.
Have you ever seen the videos where snakes crawl in people's Bobcats? And they fall out while they're in the Bobcat. Have you ever seen those videos?
I think Dave was telling me about those.
Yeah,
Dave and Tammy were telling me about those.
Can you imagine being trapped in there with that snake?
I would be out pretty damn quick.
No, I would have a heart attack. You'd find me.
Find you dead in the Bobcat. Would I have to? If Erin dies in the Bobcat, do I have to get rid of it then?
I don't know.
Maybe
like bad juju.
Bad juju. Maybe I just bury you in it.
Thank you, One Lonely Farmer.
Thank you very much. His name's Wes, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watch your channel occasionally. Sorry.
We did watch it. We were watching Wes's channel, One Lonely Farmer, when we had our hay rake issues. This week.
Everyone's like, watch One Lonely Farmer, so we checked it out.
Yeah, we checked. You got a little bit different rake than we do, but I don't know if it's Chinese steel or what it is, but that thing is a pain.
Buy American.
Buy American, yeah. Well, it is American, I think. I don't know. Anyway.
Travis, thank you.
Thank you, Travis.
Appreciate it.
Making It Rain Hay from the Harrow Farm in Ariat, Virginia. Thank you, Robert.
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
I get to go to Virginia this year.
Erin is going to Virginia
Next
for a farmers market doohickey.
Yeah, farmers market conference.
Farmers market conference. And then I'm going to be in Dallas. If anybody lives around Dallas, send me an email because I'd love to buy you a drink. I'm going to be in Dallas at the end of August. I'll be at the Dallas. Yeah, I need to book some plane tickets, man. I need to get going.
I got mine done.
Did you really?
Well, because Market's paying for them.
Oh, that's nice. Nobody's paying for mine.
You missed one.
Did I miss one? Peter Clausen, $3.99. Thank you, Peter. Really do appreciate it. And Brenda Heislip, that's $10.
This is for the birthday girl.
This is for the birthday girl.
All her chores, she has like $50.
I know, she's been saving up money.
I know.
And she wants to buy, this is funny because she has a bike, but she wants to buy a big girl bike.
Well, her bike is kind of small.
Yeah, but I just thought it was weird that she wants to buy a bike.
Well, she can. She
can, but I would have been like, I was waiting for Christmas for a bike, man.
Right.
Santa will bring me a bike. I don't need to fork out that kind of cash.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
There's one more.
Is there really? Did
No,
I miss
go
another
down.
one? Go down. Oh. 250. Buy a bale for me. Wow, thank you, Chumpin.
Yeah, that'll buy a bale.
That'll buy a bale. That's crazy.
That'll buy a couple bales.
We have gotten, throughout this whole hay thing, we've gotten a ton of emails and comments. This is the first time ever, if you go back and look at some comments, that I'm not caught up yet. We usually pride ourselves on getting in and answering most of the comments.
Oh, we do it on
totally
Sunday.
lost control of that one.
On
I've
Sunday.
been out in the tractor answering comments with my phone, and if you've gotten a comment from me lately and it doesn't sound like me, it's because I'm bouncing in a tractor using voice text and trying to text or to reply to these comments. So there's no punctuation. It's just like one big run-on sentence.
And like Sunday, you usually answer comments, but that was when you did the video about the bowl, and we just it was kind of like we just had to take a break from it, and like we read the comments, but they were coming in so fast, it even got where I couldn't read the comments, and like the welder was out working on stuff, and like so then that night like we both jumped on computers, and like so you just like scroll it's like you get 25 comments per page or something in YouTube's in our comment section, and so it was like load more, just scroll, and I started like at the bottom and you started at the top. We did not meet in the middle.
No, we never made it that far.
I gave up. So,
Erin did. She came in the bedroom and she was like, I'm done.
I was like, I'm tired.
My fingers hurt.
Yeah, I was just like, my brain doesn't work anymore. So the comments were crazy on Sunday, and so the support from I guess Bull Penis Gate has been tremendous. And before that, we had the hay. When we were talking about the shortage of hay. It's been.
How many drinks have you had tonight?
None. I have straight water in my bottle. / vodka. No, just water. Thanks, Grandpa 59, Jack of all.
Thank you very much. I guess Josh is kind of letting the cat out of the bag here.
Did you tell everyone?
He just did. Look at that. You guys know I'm heading out to see you, right? We will be here when you get here, Josh. Erin actually just asked me when is Josh supposed to be here, and I couldn't remember the date, but I'll go back and email and look. And
I told you when I was going to be gone.
Yeah, so we'll be good. So anyway, that cat's out of the bag. I'm sorry about that. Well, you did it. It's your fault. Anyway, moving along.
I can't wait for you to come, Josh. It's going to be fun.
It should be a lot of fun. Eric Daniel, $50 there from Christy. Christy actually came out to the ranch during branding. She was here for branding and brought me dry erase markers for the project list, which I am using. I should start using color though, because that would be pretty. But the girls saw the colored ones and they were all over those.
Were so
they love. If you ever look at the project list and you look down towards the bottom, that's where the girls draw, and they have some fun with it, and they've been playing with it.
What when they get taller and they can reach?
Then I'm going to make them cross stuff off as they do it. I'll have their project list down at the bottom and mine up at top.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, that would work.
When the chickens start laying eggs, it can be get eggs.
Yeah, they're not going to get a
Wash
quarter
eggs.
for that, though. Another one from Grandpa 59, Jack of all, $99. Wow. This is just crazy, guys. You guys are insane. What cat out of the bag? Nick, come on, pay attention, Nick. That Stony Ridge farmer is going to be visiting our Wyoming Life in the upcoming future times. Someday. We're going to do that. Someday. Maybe he could drag Wes out with him, and we could have a One Lonely Farmer, Stony Ridge Farms And then our Wyoming Life.
Blake could come up.
Blake could come up. We could have a big old barbecue and just have a good old time with it. And then sit around and complain about YouTube. Which is probably what we would do.
And Andy
anyway.
could come from Boatworks.
Andy could come out. We could just have one
We
big
have
old...
our own YouTube conference.
We could have our own YouTube bitch fest.
I often complain. I don't really complain, but you know, you were talking about going to Dallas, and I was like, I don't have any YouTube friends. I want some YouTube people. I don't know anybody that's a creator.
All right, here's Erin's phone number. Feel free to give her a call. 307. No, I'm just kidding.
I would kill you.
I know. It's funny when they did. We're working on the beef jerky thing, and if you get the herd report, you saw one of the projects that we have lined up is actually to get the Our Wyoming Life offices out of our bedroom and moved into the attic, which we've now cleared out a space in our attic for. And so anyway, I was packaging up beef jerky, and we realized that the company that labeled our beef jerky put Erin's phone number on every single package.
We went back and forth, you know, like this first time we had jerky made, and they make our labels, and they do a custom label, and I'd said no phone number, and they said no, you have to, it's USDA requirement, and then they came back and said no, and I was like, okay, great, label's fine, take off the number.
And then they didn't.
And we have new labels.
Yeah.
So we have to
relabel. So yeah, if you
label.
do buy beef jerky, you'll see that I peeled off one label and stuck on it. From One Ford Tractor Man, here's a question: where is the International Harvester? It is actually parked back by the garden. We need to put new tires on it, and that really hasn't been a big priority right now. So it's sitting back there on a flat tire, and
we need to fix it.
We need to fix it because it does get used quite a bit when it runs. It's just now that it's not running. And if you notice, we've been using the small 445, the John Deere 445 more because the International's been down. And yeah, it just needs new tires.
And I like the International better. It's a little wider and it tills.
It tills better.
So.
Yeah, exactly. John Smith, $20 there. I hope there's hay in your area. There is actually. I was talking about this earlier, and I think I got sidetracked. But there is quite a bit of hay, within 300-400 miles of us.
And there's even maybe some potentially closer.
There could be. We're actually working on that too. A lot of it's sold already. A lot of it's going down to Oklahoma and Colorado. But we found some down by Torrington that I've got a decent price on. Wes, put in your phone number for you.
That's not my phone number.
867-530. Yeah, okay. So anyway, there's hay down there that we're going to be getting moved up here. Yeah. And with trucking and that kind of thing, we actually had somebody offer us a load of hay out of Wisconsin. And I did the math, and with trucking, it would actually cost us more to get it from Wisconsin here than it would just buy it where we can get it from.
Yeah, we always buy out of Torrington. They've got hay. Yeah. Torrington has hay.
Torrington, yeah. They have irrigated ground down there. I think it's off the North Platte River, and they irrigate, and they get decent hay, and we kind of got first hop on that just because we know the guy. So
I'm going to answer this question from Matt. 20K wants to know if Erin has a cookbook. Working on it this fall, potentially Christmas. Right?
Hopefully by Christmas.
Hopefully by Christmas.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the publishing biz,
I mean,
man.
Hopefully I think it'll be like an ebook cookbook. But yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, we'll start out probably with ebook wise. Looks like Josh is out of here by Stony Ridge Farmer. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us, and say hi to Mrs. Stony Ridge for us. And let's just take a couple questions. Why not? As long as we're cruising right along here.
You got another super chat. Haggard Farms, $2. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good night, Josh. Okay, so.
All right, guys, throw up some questions.
Throw up a question, man. Okay. I don't see any questions.
I see a very large black and white bovine in a lot of your videos. Is it a cow or a bull? It looks huge from Enjoying Retirement.
Okay, so...
Walker Publication, sorry, that's the book, the publication company. She said yes. So, yeah, Christmas.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
So, the big black and white cow is a steer, actually. He is our lead steer. He came out of one of our black and white cows that we had up until last year. And she raised him just fine. As soon as it was time to wean him off, though, I took him and I have him halter broke. And
he's not halter broke.
He's not anymore, but he was halter broke. And yeah, he pretty much kind of takes care of things. If you noticed in the bull video, it's always funny whenever he's a steer, obviously. So every time we put out the bulls, though, he's the first one to run out and meet the bulls. He is very excited to see other boys.
He's like, my boys are back.
Yeah, he's very excited about that. So it's pretty cool that He's out there. He works somewhat as a lead steer. He's had a few bad experiences. He got preg checked one time.
He's gotten preg checked. Well, I guess just once, but he got stuck in the chute one time.
He did get stuck. He's huge.
Fat.
And he got stuck in the chute one time when we were bringing him through. He got preg checked one time.
He headbutted me while he was getting preg checked because I was trying to run around the chute and be like, "Whoa! Don't preg check him!" And I did not make it in time. And his hand went in right when I walked by the chute. So
he was not happy about it.
I got headbutted.
Needless to say, if you walk up behind him, he actually turns. He won't let you walk behind him. He knows what's coming. So. Yeah, okay. So, do you irrigate all or part of your hay fields? We actually don't irrigate. This has been a big thing since the haying video, and a lot of people have asked why we don't irrigate.
There is no water to irrigate with.
Number one, the big reason we don't irrigate is because we can't. The state of Wyoming actually controls all the aquifers underneath the ground. So we can pump out of those for livestock purposes, and obviously your house and stuff like that. But the state of Wyoming says if you're irrigating over 1 acre, you actually have to be permitted for it.
And we could essentially be permitted.
We could, but they're not going to allow us to pull millions of gallons out of that.
You pull 1 million gallons a week is what.
If you're watering, about 50 acres.
Yeah.
Plus, there's the infrastructure for it as well. But
it's dryland farming.
Yeah, pretty much. I would love to be able to irrigate. Trust me, it would be very nice. But we just haven't been able to figure out how to do it yet. Thanos, it's not much, but I hope it helps. It always helps, man.
Yeah, man.
We really do appreciate it.
Yeah. This is insane, you guys.
This is insane. Let's take a look. How many bales of hay do you put on an average? I'm guessing per day. Is that what you're thinking, Logan?
Or like for the year?
Well, a lot. I don't have my numbers in front of me, but we usually feed 1,500-pound bales. We'll usually end up feeding about 2.5, 3 bales a day. So it really adds up over the wintertime.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to taste test your recipes in the cookbook when I come out to the ranch. That's from Bob. Bob is actually one of our hunters that comes out here, and you're going to meet him. You've actually met him if you watched our hunting video, but Bob will be back this October, and I'm sure he'd be happy to taste test. He's tasted some of your cooking, hasn't he?
I made cheesy potatoes.
Cheesy potatoes.
Those are good.
Yeah, exactly. So. All right. Did he come up positive for the preg check? No.
She was
Thankfully.
got to her finally after I got thrown into another person into a panel in the headbutt experience, and then I was like, don't preg check him. He's a steer. And she's like, yep, figured that out.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
Somebody asked per season. For bales, I would have to look, but it's around 700, 800 bales a season, something like that, depending on the weight of the bales. So.
Okay.
From Javier Cruz, where is the peacock? The peacock, I don't know where he's at right now. He's not in here.
He's not in the house.
He's actually probably sitting in front of the shop. He's been hanging out in the shop mostly. He goes back in the barn, sits on his little roost, and at night he comes into the shop and hangs out.
Yeah, he's either on his roost in the sales barn, in the shop with a cat bothering him, or he sits like in the grass in front of the shop.
Yeah, he hangs out. He just kind of hangs out around the shop mostly. He's very finicky about his leg now. If you take off his leg, he gets mad about it.
Yeah.
If you take off his leg, he just will sit. He won't move.
Not much.
And he doesn't like
food
not
and
having
water is all he'll really hobble to if he doesn't have his leg on. Questions. Do you have any plans about the beehives on the ranch, Max? Beehives is maybe
beehives has been another big thing. So we don't own the beehives. I don't manage the beehives. We have a guy named Dennis who basically he raises bees, and he called us up and said, hey, can we come out and put bees on your place?
I met Dennis at Farmer's Market.
Yeah. And Dennis comes out and he puts beehives out here. We get some honey back from it, and he takes care of it. Now, I would love to do a video with Dennis. Dennis is a horrible guy to try to nail down.
He's busy.
To do something with. And
he hasn't even been to Farmer's Market. He's sending his kids to Farmer's Market.
Yeah.
And they're not kids. They're grown.
Right.
And they haven't even made it to market because he's busy splitting hives and I don't know, doing bee stuff. So, yeah, and last year, like, Dennis, I want to be there when you extract. And like a week later, he's like, oh shit, I extracted and I didn't call you.
Yeah, exactly.
And last year was a bad honey year. This year's better, so hopefully.
Hopefully we'll be able to get something done with him. I can't guarantee anything because I really can't control other people sometimes, but we're going to work on it. New pigs yet, Erin?
I was supposed to get them last Sunday. They weren't ready. I am driving to Torrington on Sunday and picking up 10 pigs.
You should bring back some hay with you.
I don't know what vehicle I'm taking. So yeah, Sunday. Can you get the pig corral ready by Sunday?
We'll have the pig corral ready. In fact, that might be this weekend's video. Who knows? We'll see.
So yeah, pigs are coming back on Sunday.
Yep.
I'm excited. I kind of miss the little pigs.
I miss, having pigs around is kind of a cool, they're a pain really, but they're nice to have around. They're happy to see you. They're just like any other animal pretty much, but
I've got garden scraps to feed.
we have a lot of scraps that we can start feeding those guys.
And I filled up the compost bin yesterday to the top, cleaning out stuff.
Exactly.
So, all right, more questions.
There's a super chat from Rob Meyer for
Thank you.
$20. Thank you, Rob. Really do appreciate it. Any advice for starting beef cattle farmers? My biggest piece of advice for anybody, and it really doesn't even matter if you're a farmer, a rancher, or an architect, it's that learn as much as you can. Get yourself the books, talk to the, if people will, talk to you about what you need to do, go find those people. One of the best places to do it is the feed store. There's so much information if you have a local feed store. So much information coming out of that place that it's just oozing out, and that's a great place to do it.
Do they sell the peanuts at Thars?
Do they sell them?
They used to have a bucket of peanuts.
Oh yeah, they've got a trough.
Yeah,
about
and
a
people,
4-foot trough of peanuts, and people just stand around and eat
sit there
peanuts.
and eat peanuts. So you just go down and you shoot the shit with the old guys at the feed store.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hang out at the feed store. Gilbert used to go to the feed store.
Oh, Gilbert used to love hanging out there.
Just every day we'd go get like one thing.
Yep.
Next day, go back and get something else that we could have got the day before.
We went there every day. It was a lot of fun though. I'm going to answer this, but I don't know if I really should. How do I donate directly to you? You can, we have the P.O. box. You can feel free to send us anything you'd like. I'm not expecting anybody to, that's. But there is that whole thing with whether it's through YouTube or through PayPal or through Patreon. I mean, those companies do take a small percentage. If you want to make sure that your money's all is getting to us, you can always do it with the P.O. box that way. So.
All right.
Can you send a camera with Erin for the pigs? I think we're going to. Aren't we going to send a camera with you? Yeah, I think we probably have to. And everybody's got a camera with them. You got a phone.
I got a phone. I'll take the vlogger camera with. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I probably won't show the pig farm. These are new people I've never bought pigs from before. My pig dealer did not have pigs this year for me, so.
Yeah, it's a touchy thing, to be able to.
Sometimes I just don't feel like explaining it. Like, oh, I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, there's
and
that too.
Hey, can I shove a camera in your face? And like, I hope you're okay with this because it's going to be on the internet.
Yeah,
sometimes it's just.
I ran into the same thing when I had Rick out to fix the rake. I had explained to him, hey, is it okay if I film this? And he was okay with it. I did tell him he's probably going to get some criticism because that always happens.
Yeah, you guys are mean to welders. Not everybody. It was like 50-50.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother subject. But.
Yeah, so I explained that to him, and he was nice enough to come out on the weekend and help us out. So,
yeah.
I'm more than happy to stand up for his welds. And like I said, the plan is to get it back in and work on it some more. So.
Right?
It's still together. I've been using it for 2 days now, and it's holding together just fine. So.
Mike, do you have any issues with pink eye with the calves and cows, John Smith?
It's been a while. We had a pink eye issue a few years ago. Remember that? Mm-hmm. We went through the heifers, and we ended up using the puffer quite a bit. And I'm trying to think what else we gave them. I don't remember. That was a while ago.
I don't remember either. We haven't had pink eye for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
We've been lucky. We
have been lucky.
Mason, thanks for the $5. How do we buy beef jerky from you guys? Well, you don't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're still working on that.
So we are, we share everything with you guys. So we've never set up a formal business for our YouTube stuff. So we're in the process of that. I don't have a bank account yet that you guys can, that we can put PayPal money in. Anyhow, this is all of our we've talked about this. Our accountant, our legal side of things, we're in the process of working on it. Mm-hmm. I talked to the accountant a lot the last couple of days. We're making progress. So I'm not going to say it's going to be tomorrow, but we are making progress. We have to get our stuff set up, and then we will announce it to the world.
Right. And then we have...
and we have to have time to package it, and we don't have time to package it right now.
That might be an interesting deal, too. I'm kind of afraid. I think we need to do a soft opening with the beef jerky where we just tell a few select people that it's available, or do it like during live stream, or do it on the herd report?
During live stream, there's a lot of people here.
Okay, we can do it during the herd. We can do it in the herd report.
There's a lot of people on the herd report too, though.
But I don't think everybody's going to buy it.
That's 550 people here. I think this is like our highest turnout ever.
I think so. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I really do appreciate. I don't know if Wes is still here. I know Josh had to take off, but it's really cool of those guys to stop by as well.
I feel we're still a new channel. We're a small channel still. We talk about this all the time. Even though we're growing insane, like we're still a small channel. So it's nice to kind of feel like we're part of the cool kids club. Just a little bit.
The cool kids club. Yeah.
You got another? What's your favorite song? Thank you, 1-4 Tractor.
Yes, thank you very much. My favorite song. You know what's my favorite song? And the only reason it's my favorite song is because the kids and I love to sing it. Is
Rain is a Good Thing.
Rain is a Good Thing with Luke Bryan. We break out the guitar. We bust it out every once in a while. The girls love it. They know all the words. I don't have to sing Lion King songs. I don't have to sing Frozen songs. We can just bust it out and play Rain is a Good Thing, and it's a lot of fun.
You know what the girls and I like to sing?
Huh.
Haters gonna hate, 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 hate.
Really?
Taylor Swift song.
I did not know that. You guys do this in the car when you're alone and stuff?
Sometimes, yeah.
Wow. Okay. You learn something new every day.
Remember Kenzie went through that Taylor Swift phase?
She did, but I thought it was like normal Taylor Swift songs, not like, I guess none of her songs are normal. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about Taylor Swift, so.
When I get mad at YouTube, I listen to that song.
You get mad at YouTube. That makes sense. That makes sense. From Brenda Hyslop, actually absolutely loved your challenge video for first responders. That was cool.
Thank you.
That was different. It was something that Erin came up with, and the sheriff's department here in town.
It was all over my Facebook, and yeah, I mean it was just everywhere. It's kind of died down, but man, it was so popular. So
it was very popular.
And the Shania Twain one that our Campbell County Sheriffs did was pretty good.
They had 1 million. They had over a million views on that on Facebook.
We had like 10,000.
They blew us out of the water. They beat us on that.
But
one.
we had fun. I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. From Colin Murphy, have you ever had any problems with mastitis? Mastitis is actually an infection of the teat on the cow, and it can cause major problems. Usually it turns milk bad. It can kill calves pretty damn quick.
It can kill cows.
It can kill cows. 9 times out of 10, and I kind of hate to say this, but if we have a cow with mastitis, we end up getting rid of her.
Yeah.
Because it's a recurring problem.
Mm-hmm.
I have used, this is going to sound gross, but I've used hollow needles to help relieve pressure, which you actually insert into the teat, and that hollow needle just drains out all that milk that's in there.
It's like curdled milk, too.
And it's horrible. It's a horrible process.
And it hurts for the cow, and the needle probably feels better.
It probably relieves them, because they do get really swollen and hard.
Hurt.
It's no fun to treat at all. And like I said,
and
usually when we have a cow, and antibiotics, and usually when we have a cow that comes down with it, she's going to get it again, and so we end up.
And it seems to affect older
cows. Usually older cows, yeah. So, there you go. Thanks for the question, though. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have you heard "Here's to the Farmer"? That's Luke Bryan's song. I actually listened to that today. When I was on the tractor today.
That was the one that we were going for lip sync. We were going to do.
We were thinking about that one, yeah.
But we're not. There's a debate: are we ranchers? Are we farmers?
And there's also the permissions issue for using. Obviously those songs are copyrighted. They're owned by Jason Aldean and his record label, or Luke Bryan.
Yeah, that video's not available anywhere except for in the United States.
Right. The Jason Aldean video. What's the name of the song? Oh my God, I can't believe it. They don't know. The record label actually released it for us to use within the United States. So that's why you'll see comments occasionally on there where people try to watch it and it doesn't work for them, because if they're not in the United States, they can't watch it.
No.
So, anyway.
Hey, Renegade Music Productions, thank you for the $4.99.
How about, how do you feel about feeding cows corn stalks? They love corn stalks. We take the corn stalks from the gardens usually.
It's just the gardens. We don't have corn. So
there's nobody around here that has corn.
No.
We would end up shipping in corn.
We just take them out of the garden, and they love them.
Right. And there is an option. There's a few people that bale corn stalks. You can get those occasionally.
Yeah, like irrigated.
Right.
Far away.
Yeah.
A couple 100 miles. So.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jerry. Happy birthday to Grace. Grace's birthday is tomorrow. She's turning 5 years old, which is huge.
Yeah, that's like big.
She's getting big.
I feel like in the last like few weeks, like Grace has gotten really big, which is good because she's going to kindergarten in like 3 weeks, and Lincoln has gotten really big too. It seems like they stay the same age, and then all of a sudden
they
it's
start
like,
getting older.
Boom, like done. I don't know. They're big kids all of a sudden. So, all right.
Somebody ask Erin a question. Come on.
We don't have to ask me a question.
From Matthew Jackson, do you carry a gun while working? That's a good way to get this thing demonetized.
Well, the gator.
Yeah, you can see guns all the time around the ranch, and usually we do have one within reach somewhere.
Oh, we had a skunk in the sales. He was in the kitchen last night too. It stunk in there.
Did he really? Did he get in the? He got in the shop itself.
We've been bad about because the peacock wanders back and forth between the shop and the sales barn. We've been leaving the walk-in door open between the two, and last night we went out to put in chickens, and we could smell the skunk, and it smelled in the shop. But this morning it smelled in the kitchen too, so I don't know how far he wandered in.
Dang skunks, man.
But last night I was like, Matt, no more kids. We've talked about this. No more kids. So last night though, like when the skunk is.
Sorry. Everybody wants you to have another kid.
No, oh my no. We're potty training. The end of diapers is
in sight. It is like right there,
so
man.
So close.
Yeah.
We're not. No, we're done. But back to the gun situation. Yes, I mean there is always one close around. I mean I was like, do you want me to go get it? And you, I don't know, just.
It was outside by then, and I wasn't gonna go chase around in the dark.
You're usually good at getting them shot, though, when you go chase after them in the dark.
I didn't feel like getting sprayed then.
Oh, that's stuck.
Fine. Come on, man.
I don't know which cat he got mad at.
He sprayed a cat, probably, is what happened. But anyway, Tim Lash, how are the tomatoes growing? We were just talking about this today. The tomatoes are...
They're like this big.
They're growing, amazingly.
They are growing. They're getting bushy. There's a few blossoms.
Right.
I'm going to have to figure out how to string them. I don't want to hang strings because I don't have time to hang strings.
It's intense. Basically, you hang a piece of twine from the rafters of the tunnel all the way down, and then the tomato can grow up it.
Well, it doesn't grow up it.
She twists it.
I twist it up. So if you watch, last year's tomato videos, you can see how we do it. But yeah, it's a project. I don't want to hang string. I don't have time I ain't got time for that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. They're gonna need staked.
Yeah. Another quick question for Erin: do you use pesticides inside your greenhouse?
I had aphids this winter, so I used some pyrethrin and I've used neem oil. And then I got ladybugs once it got warm, because when I had the aphid infestation, it was like February, and you can't get ladybugs shipped to Wyoming in February because they'll die. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just use pyrethrin and then neem oil. That's all I ever use in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pretty much all I use everywhere. So.
You are an excellent mom. That's why we are cheering for you to have more kids. Brian, you never know if Brian's being serious or not. Sometimes.
No.
Let's see. I saw a question. Oh, somebody asked about farmer in PA. Why do you get a round baler over a square baler? Mostly because, well, first of all, we feed round bales. We use the spooler, but we could feed square bales. The problem is that to run a square baler, you need a tractor that's much bigger than any of the tractors that we have. Usually you need a tractor about 200 horse, and I don't think we've ever had a tractor that big.
Nobody does big squares around here.
No, it's just a tractor that big. It was our main reason for. Plus, Gilbert never had one, so why would we have one?
And we'd have to feed different in the winter because you have to flake them, or you have to use a hay buster. Correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Gilbert bought. When I came back from college in 2003, I kind of hung out with Mom and Gilbert every day and went to the ranch every day before I went to work that fall. And he'd bought some big squares somewhere, and we were just feeding the steers or something. I don't know what we were feeding, but he didn't have a way to put a big square into the round bale feeders. And so we pitchforked it from a trailer, and it was a disaster. Oh my gosh. It was messy. No.
Erin, have you ever tried the upside down method of growing tomatoes? Is that where you stand on your head while you grow tomatoes?
No, it's they have these. My mom tried it. You get these containers. They're like those canvasy tarp, and you hang them, and then they grow. They're called topsy-turvies.
They hang upside down.
My mom tried it because she had a squirrel problem in town, and I think the squirrels just figured out how to climb down onto them. So they didn't seem to work super great. I'm a big fan of in-ground growing. So, but yeah, I mean, I think they have potential to work. So, okay, what else you got?
All right. Well, we're 10 minutes away, so here before too long we'll start wrapping things up. But
you got more. We got.
What?
You have more stuff.
I know, but you can answer one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, somebody asked, I think it was Ryan actually back here from Humphrey Family, which is going to be hard for me to remember. Humphrey Family Homestead?
It says it right there on the screen.
Humphrey Family Homestead. Mike and Erin, what kind of work did you do before you worked in radio? What kind of work did you do?
I waitressed.
Erin was a waitress. I
have some carpal tunnel because of it.
I was a first responder for a few years, and I was in the military before that. So, what's your favorite cut of beef? That's from Antoine Wills. Tenderloin, for me.
Yeah.
That's the one that we selfishly keep for ourselves. We don't actually sell it off of our own steers, and we gobble those bad boys up.
Yeah.
So.
We're getting 10 pigs, Erin Johnson.
What?
Erin Johnson, how many pigs are you all getting?
We're getting 10 pigs?
Yeah, I talked to you about this.
I'm just kidding.
The guy tried to talk me into 12, and then he's like, why don't you get 20 and bring them back and sell them and then pay for your gas? So I could be a pig dealer. I said, no, I think he tried to get me to get 15 at one time. I don't know. There's been a lot of bartering back and forth with these pigs.
It'll be interesting to meet those folks because
they're new. I mean, they're not.
They're new, but they're
new to us.
They kind of got a different spin to them. I think you're right. It is like a bartering process, and it's like, are you gonna take 1 or 7 or 9 or 8?
Give me more pigs. I'm like, 10. I want 10. We did 7 last year. This is quite the increase.
Yeah, we're blowing up our pig, and obviously, the more pigs you have, the more freezers you need for the pig's freezer vacation, and we're gonna end up buying more freezers. I'm guessing.
I'm just gonna sell more whole pigs.
Oh, is that what your plan is?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody like a pig? Come up and get it. Erin will have her special pig.
I just had a question that I wanted to answer. How do bees get into the high tunnel so your tomatoes get cross-pollinated? Bees can go in the high tunnel. The plastic is so bees navigate by like some certain light wave. I could be wrong, but there's certain
You're
greenhouse.
just making this up as you're going, aren't you?
There's certain greenhouse plastics that block what they need to navigate. Mine don't do that. But tomatoes are self-pollinating, so you don't need I grow hybrids. I don't grow heirlooms open pollinated. So my tomatoes hybrids are self-pollinating, so I don't need bees to pollinate the tomatoes. So I just shake them in the morning. When they're all strung up on their strings, I actually just tap the strings, like tap, 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 tap. You walk down the row, and that pollinates them. So.
What about like cucumbers and stuff that are in there?
Those need pollination, but again, like they also can. We grow them on hog panels, and if I'm having pollination issues, I just shake the panels, and all the pollen goes.
There you go.
All the weeds are pollinating too. I've got weeds everywhere, and
weeds can pollinate just fine.
I was trying to get to Mom's sprinkler system. I was adjusting the timer. Big tall weeds that we need to weed whack down. Poof! Pollen everywhere.
One Ford Tractor Man with a $10 super chat, $9.99. Erin, what's your dream car or truck?
I just really want a Yukon XL.
She has her dream car now. She just wants the bigger version.
It's not really my dream car. It's just a practical mom car.
Minivan.
I don't want a minivan.
Matt tried to convince me to get you to have you get a minivan. We were talking about this.
It'd be a lot cheaper than the Yukon.
Probably would be cheaper, but I don't think I can get Erin in a minivan. Mike, can we see a wrench tour? We did a wrench tour video last year. I guess we could redo it. I mean, nothing's really changed.
There's a new high tunnel.
There is a new high tunnel. But
yeah, it's an old video, like September-ish.
Last summer sometime we did a wrench tour video, and it's hard to show everything and not have, people that have been out here to the ranch, people that have visited the ranch know that when you take a ranch tour, it takes a while. I mean, Erin knows this because she's usually like, where the hell are you?
You got stuff to do.
Yeah, it takes a couple hours to kind of go around and check things out and look and see where everything's at. So, trying to squeeze it into a 10-minute video is kind of a trick.
It's kind of boring, too.
for you.
Well, no. Okay.
I'm sure that people that come out there,
yeah, no, that's exciting, but it's hard. I think it's hard for us. Like, I tried to do like a garden one last year. I was like, here's the beets, here's the broccoli. Like, it was boring. Like, we didn't ever do that. We didn't put it out because it was like, this is boring. So.
It was kind of boring. I did put it together somewhat though.
Chuckman says they see an infrared spectrum. Thank you. See, I knew it was something. Thank you, Chuckman. I appreciate it.
I know they see somehow with some sort of magic that shoots out of their eyes.
Hush.
Do they see like bees or like flies where they have like compound eyes? Do bees have Chunkman? Do bees have compound eyes? I would really like to know that actually, because I know it's called a compound eye. A fly has a compound eye. All right.
Scroll down. Moving
along. What's the advantage of Salanova lettuce? I saw that come through.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's really easy. It's exclusive to Johnny Seeds. They have some videos on their website about it. It essentially you grow a head-sized lettuce, but when you harvest it, you get baby lettuce, baby leaves, which is super desirable for like restaurants and customers. And you know, you get all the different. The blends have different colors and different leaf shape and stuff. So you get the convenience of growing a head and the long-term harvestability of a head. If you're trying to harvest like baby spinach and stuff, like you have just a short time frame to harvest that in. Salanova gets these big, beautiful heads. You take the core out, and you've got beautiful little baby leaves. So it's amazing. And it survives 22 degrees with no cover. After we lost the high tunnel cover.
Erin gets so excited about little green things.
It's so much fun.
So Pamela McKinney here asked, what would you give my 1,800-pound Angus bull that is coughing? Ricola. No. We actually were just talking to somebody about that. Here's the interesting thing that's going to happen to us here before too long is we have to go get ourselves a great big giant insurance policy.
Ricola.
Because
there, Matt, I sang for you.
Ricola. Yeah. We have to go get a giant insurance policy, and the reason is because we show things in videos, and somebody could use that and then come back and say I killed their cow.
This is all the grown-up stuff that
this is all the grown-up crap that we have to do. But I'll tell you, Pamela, that I would first of all I'd talk to a vet.
Talk to a vet because we're not vets.
and if I had a cow or a calf or anything that's coughing, I would probably go with Banamine at some point, which is good for any type of respiratory illnesses. But talk to your vet, and he'll tell you I'm full of crap. So, Ryan, thanks for the $4.99. Gosh, you guys are amazing.
What can we get for $4.99? Can we get a Big Mac?
We can get like a chunk of a bale for $4.99.
We can get a small square. That's a small square.
Almost a small square. I think they're like $8 in town for a small
that's
square.
ours at the feed store.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
From the farmer that we'd have to go buck our own bales, it might be $3.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Fisher, Erin, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm hoping it pops up here at some point, Nick. If you have a question, just ask it. I mean, you don't have to announce it. He probably has. Mike, do you always wear the hat in the house? Come on, man, take off the hat and relax. No, I never wear the hat in the house.
No, it gets put right by the front door and it gets knocked on the floor all the time.
Very
and
first
it stinks.
This one doesn't stink. This one's actually clean. The very first live stream we did, I tried to do it without a hat, and I really confused people. They were like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah. You guys only see him like this.
Yeah, very rarely do they see me without a hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people think it's because it's a balding thing, but it's not. I don't really give a crap about balding.
Well, you are.
But I am, and I have been since I was like 30. So, I don't really care about that. But the hat is, we talked about it when I went to that YouTube deal in Cincinnati, that the hat is like an icon of our Wyoming life. When it comes down to our Wyoming life, people think of the hat.
We wore sunglasses in our videos always. In the beginning, they said, ditch the sunglasses, keep the hat.
Yep, ditch the sunglasses, go with the hat. So
it's so hard sometimes. You can't see. Remember this winter you were trying to take a thumbnail of me and there was snow everywhere and it was super sunny and I was like, I can't open my eyes. It was so hard.
There you go. Chunkman answered my question. Bees have... Crap, I lost it.
You scrolled.
I scrolled and I lost it. I just saw bees have 5 eyes. I'll go back and check it out.
Yeah, bees have 5 eyes.
There it is.
3, I don't...
Oculi, simple eyes that discern light, and 2s that see infrared color.
Thanks.
Chunkman apparently is a bee guy.
Do you have bees?
Either that or he has the Google machine, one or the other. Matt wants an encore on the singing thing. Let's see here.
Who had a question for me?
I don't know.
Justin?
Oh yeah, Justin, or no, Fisher.
Nick.
Nick Fisher had a question, but now we lost it again. Hey, if Matt or Ron, are you guys there? If you guys see his question, throw it back up for us so we make sure that we get that answered.
James has bees. I have lots of bumblebees in the gardens this year.
You have a lot of caterpillars in the gardens.
I do.
big caterpillars.
No, these ones were tiny. I relocated some caterpillars today.
Why?
Because they're going to eat all my sunflowers.
Right, but why don't you just smush them?
Because they turn into butterflies, and butterflies are pollinators.
Okay.
It's a moral dilemma. I don't really particularly like caterpillars. First of all, they're gross. They're squishy.
They are. Do you ever let one crawl on you? It's the most horrible feeling in the world. $4.99 from Humphrey Family Holsteins. You guys are awesome.
Humphrey Family Homestead.
Homestead.
I'm gonna slap your. No.
No. Bad. You can get a newspaper and whack me on the nose with it.
Where's a fly swatter?
Fly swatter. Well, no, fly swatters are gross. They have all the guts and stuff on them. Erin killed a fly on the ceiling the other day, and she left the guts on the ceiling. Drove me nuts.
Did you clean it up?
Honestly, I forgot all about it. So unless you clean it up, it's probably still there. You've been supporting my family and our channel. Thank you so much for your advice, but more importantly, your friendship. You know, that's really nice. And so that brings us, we're already past 8 o'clock, so that's going to bring us right back into what I kind of started talking about in the beginning. Thanks for everybody and all your questions. I am so sorry that we cannot get to every single question. I remember back our very first live stream, we had like 20-some people.
Remember we made our friend Nick that was like in Brady.
Oh yeah, we made somebody come and ask questions.
You have to get on the live stream at 7 and you have to ask questions because no one's going to be there.
Mm-hmm. And we answered, you know, we had like 20-some people there, and we were able to answer pretty much everybody's question. But there was one other question that somebody asked about the high tunnel, the new high tunnel, or the old high tunnel, when is it going to get a cover?
I really want it done before our Farm to Table fundraiser dinner for Farmers Market, which is on August 26th. It is full of weeds. Needs to be. I should have been planting carrots and scallions today. It did not get done. Next week.
I just rolled my eyes, Matt. Did you see that?
Yeah. So when you get done haying, we're gonna.
When you get done haying, which will be like October.
No,
apparently.
you better get it done.
Yeah.
We're gonna the roll up part is still on. There's 5 foot of plastic on each side. We gotta take it down, take all the lumber down that we're replacing. Mm-hmm. We're at least gonna get it cleaned up. I did get a quote on plastic.
Well, that's a good start. Yeah. That's a good start. We're actually not done yet because I do want to talk about one other thing, and that is the fact that you guys are amazing. In a former life, I saw some of the worst in people, and there are times that you begin to wonder, you know, through politics, if you watch the news at all, the world is a horrible place. It's bad, but it's communities like this, and you know, everybody always, you know, you think about the farm community from 50 years ago, you know, where if somebody needed help, people came forward, they came over and helped. I guarantee you, if I said I want to build a barn tomorrow, who can I get here to help? We would have people here to help. Yeah. And it's
the community that has joined us in this journey is not something we ever expected.
No.
Like, we just thought we'd make videos.
To be honest with you, my plan was that I wanted to record this whole end thing because I thought it might be a little emotional. So, but
did you make a video?
I was gonna make one.
Oh.
I wanted to. I ran out of time. I got off the tractor at 3 so that I could get my butt in here and start putting. We spend just as much time on these live streams as we do on a regular video.
To simplify.
But we, you know, the fact that, you know, a community can come together for people that they've never met, and it just blows me away.
Nick, I saw your question. I'll answer it in just a second.
Answer the question, then I'll get back to what I'm talking about.
Peach seeds in the fridge, will they grow roots? I don't know. I just don't. I don't grow stone fruit, so I don't know. I would Google that.
Somebody will probably be able to answer you, though.
It depends. I mean, it depends what variety of peach that is.
Yeah.
If it's a hybrid or I don't know. Do they even have heirloom peaches? I don't know. I know nothing about peaches. So, sorry. Talk to your local extension office.
Yeah, or Google. So anyway, you know, like I said, if you get your information off TV and news and stuff like that, I mean, really, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. But when things like this, where, you know, we basically just talked about the fact that we were going to have to buy hay, and I thanked everybody for their support up, you know, for what everybody's done. You guys watch videos.
Watching videos gives us money. That's enough.
That is enough. I actually prefer Scotch, just to let you know. So I had a whole thing all worked out for this, and I've kind of lost it at this point. But the fact is that, you know, it all boils down to the fact that we are humbled. We are amazed at the support that we've gotten through this hay thing. I know that nobody wants to see us sell cows. Nobody wants to see us sell equipment.
It's not what we want to do either.
It's not. And the fact that people, you know, $1 for you is a cup of coffee. Not even that, really.
Yeah, I don't know where you're buying coffee at, but it ain't $1.
But the fact that, you know, for us, $1, you know, when it all gets to, you know, when it all goes together,
when it snowballs.
Yeah, it just snowballs. It's amazing, and you guys are very cool. I really did want to do something special for everybody, and I guess I'm just going to have to write an IOU for that. I mean, I really did want to have a whole speech made up and a whole, you know, emotional, you know, let's all have a good cry type bullshit, but that's not going to happen. So we did put together something that...
Is it going to work?
I hope so. I don't know. I honestly don't know at
Matt,
this point.
did our video questions, did they work?
Thank you, Carson, for the $2.
Yeah, thank you, Carson. Wasn't there another one? Yeah, there was another one. Tyler.
Oh, another 25 from Tyler. Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler.
Tyler's actually a Patreon supporter too,
Thanks,
and
Tyler.
you guys can do that as well.
Okay, everyone says yes, they did work. Okay.
Okay,
so
somebody
thank
said
you.
they didn't, so I was actually very worried about that.
Haymaker11, thank you so much for the $49.99.
$49.99. So basically, up until this point, we've received letters in the mail, and there was actually a letter I wanted to read. Dang it.
Next time.
I'll read it next time during mail call. We received letters, we received cards, we received, you know, obviously new Patreons, or patrons, or whatever they're called.
I think they're called
people on
patrons.
Patreon. It's just been crazy, and it's just been amazing. So
We've gotten, people have donated to us on PayPal, and then all of you guys tonight with the super chats.
It's just crazy.
Insane.
The folks that did super chat tonight, I'm sorry, you're not going to see your name in this, but I do appreciate that as well, and just, you know, put your name in there, or if you have the same name as somebody else, just pretend that's you. That's cool too.
Here's a list of everyone though that is supported us, that we've gotten a letter in the mail. Some people
Since the hay video.
Since the hay video.
This is you guys. This is going to blow you guys away.
Everybody on Patreon that supports us too.
This is going to blow you guys away, and I hope that when you have those moments when you're doubting the integrity of the human race, maybe you can think back on this, and it'll actually change your mind a little bit. Whoops, where'd we go? There we are. Useful. I thought that said useful idiot at the end.
What was it?
It was like useful diet or something. I don't know.
I thought it was useful idiot too. Sorry.
But honestly, yeah, it's just it just leaves me speechless. Is what it does.
I took the babysitter home, ran to town to get stuff for Grace's birthday party tomorrow night, and came home and you showed me that, and like we were like at like the G's, and I was like, this is long.
Yeah.
Like I did not realize, you know, like we've been getting the mail and, you know, seeing the Patreons come in, patrons come in, and but to see it all put in one place, the support has been just incredible. So
it has been crazy.
And then you guys you guys went above and beyond tonight.
Yeah, this is crazy. Thank you to all of our. Well, thank you to everybody. Really, honestly, I can point out moderators. I can point out Josh, Stony Ridge Farms, and Wes from One Lonely Farmer that came out. But really, it's you guys. You know, I know for a fact that if I need help, I know who to call, and that really means a lot. So
Jaden says we need world's okayest welder shirts. I agree with that.
Yeah, I actually saw that today. That's kind of a cool deal. I think I'm going to work on that a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels settled my nerves. Jack Daniels makes me cranky.
You're drinking what, Crown tonight?
This is Crown because I'm out of my whiskey.
Okay. What kind of hat do you wear?
Stetson.
What kind of whiskey do you drink?
7. Seagram 7.
Or Crown.
Or Crown.
What kind of gun do you carry in the Gator?
Depends on the day. 30-30 or a 22. Why are these the normal questions?
Those are the normal questions.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. You have something you want to say?
No, just
spit it out. Do it.
Sorry. Well, I mean, thank you guys for joining us on a Wednesday instead of Thursday. Tomorrow is Grace's birthday. We couldn't miss Grace's birthday. We love you guys, but we love Grace more.
No,
we could have told her birthday was today. She doesn't really know, but we didn't.
You're mean. Travis really quick wants to know if you'd like any recipes for your cookbook. What is the plan for your cookbook? Are you going to do like your own family recipes?
It's all going to be my own stuff. You can send me recipes though. I love to look at recipes.
Erin takes recipes and changes them.
Yeah, so I read recipes, but I mess with them.
Yeah, so if you have a recipe that you don't mind her butchering, feel free to send it.
It's going to be mostly like some of my old family recipes that like my grandma made, kind of like the fried chicken, stuff that like I grew up eating, and then stuff that I feel like after we got married and stuff, like I had to learn how to cook and stuff, so it's going to be some things that like I've been making for us for dinner for a long time. So that's my plan. And maybe something from farmer's market or something that I can or something. Mm-hmm. I'm also, the hard part with the cookbook, I do not measure anything. So I was making a cucumber soup. It's a cucumber salad. Mike calls it cucumber soup last night. And I was like, oh, I should put this in the cookbook. It's going to be hard. Yeah. I have to measure stuff. So.
Let me answer another couple of really quick questions. Where we can buy your beef online? This is a multiple question we get all the time. We actually don't sell it online right now. Shipping is ridiculous. So unless we can figure out a way to ship it for cheaper than what the beef costs, you're pretty much stuck with local.
You come and visit us at Farmer's Market.
Yeah, you can buy all you want. Gary asked how much an hour for the service truck. This is the really cool thing. Rick said, pay me what you think I'm worth. So that's what we did. So actually, he didn't give me a price. All right, we're gonna hang it up, guys. I don't know what else we have to do tonight. Still, do we have stuff to do? Probably. Anyway, thanks.
I have to wash vegetables and have like 20 people over tomorrow night for a birthday party.
Yeah, we'll get some pictures. We'll sneak them into the herd report. Head on over to our website. You can find all of our junk there, and click buttons, make things happen. Hang out with us.
If you're not getting the herd report, it's in your junk email.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We will see you again on Sunday. Oh, we have like a 4-day break. Now that we did this earlier.
I'm so confused of what day of the week it is.
I don't even know what day it is. So we have like a 4-day break. Okay. Maybe I'll sneak something in on Friday or something like that. But
now you're committed.
I said maybe. It's like talking to Grace. If you say maybe to Grace, that's like for surezies.
Or whatever. If you say maybe to Kenzie, she's like,
we're doing it.
We're doing it, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great night. We'll see you on Sunday. And until then, thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.